So I'm gonna stop you right at the door. The word try means either you are or you're not.
Oh, we working on
That's great to know. So it sounds like you in good spirits.
it. Oh yeah. Is there any other way to be?
No,
Any
no,
other way gonna help me?
no. That's because I told them I'm calling to be like the general, the healthcare general
Thank
to dig deep to figure out what's going on because I brought some things to their attention that I just want to make sure that they're aware of. I've been doing a lot of advocacy work, healthcare advocacy work, and I'm finding a lot of like loopholes in terms of making sure that people are getting continued care. Like I just want to see what your situation is like, if what going home might look like. Do you have a ramp? Are you going to need things to consider to make your life easier? Like I just want to try to make sure, do you need a caregiver, what insurance you have, so that we can have a full idea to try to make connections to be working on resources that you may need, because your mama them old, right? And for them to have to be burdened, they laugh when I said that, but I'm being serious because they seemed a little worried about you. And so I just say, well, and I was asking questions, and they was like, we never thought about that, and we don't know that. And I was like, well, do you mind if I call Kim, and maybe I can just talk to you so that you can be
you.
aware,
Yeah.
huh?
I truly appreciate. I just spoke to one administrator. She's going to send somebody down here to talk to me. I've been concerned about the insurance thing. I know that they do.
You
So
sound so low, Kim. Can you speak up? I'm gonna turn. I got my little fish music going on in the background. Let me try to turn that down some because I'm having a hard time hearing you. Hold on 1 second. Okay, say that again. Hold on. Oh, there it go. Hello.
yeah, can you hear me
I
now?
can hear you perfect now.
Okay. Yeah, I just spoke to one of the administrators. Just happened to walk in, um, and she's supposed to be getting hold of somebody to come down here and talk to me about the insurance thing because I've been up in the air in it. This has been a long journey that I've been on. I've been in not in one place, but in some type of place for the last month. So, and my insurance covers 20 days of rehab. After 20 days, they start charging you a whole lot per day for a certain amount of days. Then it goes up again for a certain amount of days. Then after that, it's free again. Well, I'm not trying to get to that point. But also, I was sent to rehab when I shouldn't have been sent because they had not found the problem that was wrong first. And they sent me, and I got weaker. Then I had to go back to the hospital. So I'm in rehab for the second time, and I shouldn't have been sent the first time. So that was wasted use of my rehab days. You understand what I mean?
Yes.
And I don't know what can be done because that needs to be fixed. That wasn't my fault. That was the hospital fault who didn't do their job in the first place.
Okay. So what are they saying that's wrong with you?
Thyroids. Hello. Oh, she didn't turn it off. Yeah, they just had to ask somebody to come turn that thing off. Thank you. And you know I don't like the idea of you on the other side of the hall, but that's all. I'm just gonna say that and I'm gonna let it go. Okay.
So are you saying that you didn't even get a diagnosis before they sent you to rehab?
Rehab. Exactly. This is how it went. The first place I went to was a place called Chesterfield Emergency. It's an emergency room that's not attached to a hospital. My legs were swollen like elephant legs. They put some stuff in me, checked my blood, and said that I was anemic. Sent me to the hospital. They gave me some blood, and I said, okay, what's causing all of this? Because I've never been anemic before. What is going on? Told them symptoms and stuff that was going on. They didn't check any further. They just waited for an opening at a rehab facility and sent me. So they didn't try to find the problem. They gave me a unit of blood and sent me on my way.
And this is okay. And what location was the place that they sent you to after Chesterfield Emergency Center?
Southside Regional Hospital in Petersburg.
So they just went on what Chesterfield said, that you was anemic, and didn't run any further tests and gave you blood.
Right. Wait a minute, did they run any tests at all? They might have run one. I got to look at my records. But they didn't do their due diligence to find out what the problem was. Because even if I got anemic, what caused me to get anemic all of a sudden?
So Southfield Regional Hospital, what type of hospital is this? Is this a state hospital or what?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I've never been. I mean, that's in Petersburg. I'm in Richmond.
So they sent you all the way to Petersburg. They sent you all the way to Petersburg.
Yes. Because that's who had
opening
available to go to. A lot of the hospitals were full with COVID.
So they just found something to get you off their books. They just found something to send you to with no proper diagnoses.
Right.
Okay. And then you sat in there for how long?
I was actually there for about a week.
Exactly how long, Kim? Was it exactly a week?
Let me see. I went to Wichcombe on a Tuesday. I went to the hospital on a Wednesday. Actually, when did I actually make it? I made it back to the rehab place on a Wednesday. So I was there for a whole week.
And during that week, they ran no more additional tests on you, but gave you blood, and you were now at South Regional Hospital.
I would double check to make sure they didn't run any other. Because I've been to 2 hospitals, 2 rehab centers, and an emergency room. And I have had other tests run, but to figure out which one's where, I have to look at the records.
Okay, so where did you go after you left Southside Regional? So I'm going to back up. Chesterfield Emergency is where you started, and they told you were anemic, and they shipped you off the Southside Regional Hospital where they gave you blood. And and as far as you know, they didn't do any more due diligence and run any additional tests, and you stayed at Southside for 8 days?
Yeah.
Okay. And then from Southside, where did you go?
Tyler's Retreat. They might have run a CT scan on my stomach. I think they did do that. Like, again, I should have the paperwork, and I'll have to check to see exactly what they did.
Good, Kim. You went to Tyler. Tyler's was
Retreat.
Retreat.
That's the rehab. Yeah, it's what they call it, a fully skilled nursing facility. So they're like a rehab / nursing home type place.
And then what did they do for you there?
Well, they were supposed to do rehab. I left there. I got there on a Wednesday. I left there the following Saturday. And during that time, of course, I'm supposed to be there for rehab. Nothing on the weekends. Of course, I got there that Wednesday, late afternoon, so it was nothing that day. So out of the days I was there, it was like 3 or 4 days that there was no rehab. And when I got there, I was able to walk on a walker a little bit. But the last day, I couldn't even stand up. That Saturday, I have not been able to stand up since that Saturday. My body just got weaker.
So,
And they had a doctor there. When I got there on Wednesday, I saw that doctor on Thursday and Friday, and that whole following week I didn't see him at all. Well, let me change that. Saw him in passing, coming from rehab. The nurse from, or the PT person from rehab stopped and talked to him, told him what was going on, took me back to the room, and I still didn't see him. It was a nurse practitioner that came in on Saturday and sent me out.
So the doctor came in, basically checked you into the hospital, saw you 2 days and never saw you again. And you was there, you said from Wednesday to Saturday, but could it have been about 9 days from Wednesday to the following Saturday?
Well,
Because you say if you got there on Wednesday, you saw him Thursday and Friday, then that
right.
Saturday was the weekend.
Okay, yeah, I didn't see him that weekend. I was there a full week after.
So you were there approximately 9 days. Or Wednesday 7 to 7. Yeah, so let me just say
Like 10 or 11 days.
10 or 11 days. I'm just in my mind just trying to write notes so that when we start looking at dates, things emerge, you know?
Yeah, I didn't leave there till Saturday, so that's like what? 10 or 11 days.
So by any chance, do you know this was Saturday of what date? You remember?
Hold on,
And Kim, if you got a calendar in your phone, I want you to be making little notes of everything. Like, I'm going to tell you to download the Google Keep Notepad on your phone and make sure you keeping copious notes, because they can turn into documents and you can share them with me when I write these notes up, so that you can look at it and we can be on the same page, okay, as we try to build this case out, because this is going to be complicated, because it seems like a whole bunch of neglect was happening and people are getting paid and ain't nobody doing no work.
Yeah, I went to St. Francis on the 2nd.
So
I left College Retreat on the 2nd.
On the 2nd of July?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just pin that in here for now. Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm getting ready to get another piece of paper.